Well, in the 250 European Championship, here at Lierop, going into this final round, 12 points separate the top two riders. All eyes then on Valentin Guillot, Jeremy Stewart. Championship leader Valentin Guillot was a comfortable winner in his semi-final on Saturday, while his rival Jeremy Stewart, who was also in the same race, came home in 4th. Now, if Jeremy Stewart wins, Guillot can afford to finish in 8th, but whatever the outcome between these two guys, the title will be heading to Switzerland because it's a Swiss 1-2 in the overall classification at the moment. Riders just making their way back from the sighting lap. There's a quick look at the circuit if you've not seen it before for the first time today. Hasn't changed in its design, but pretty wet, pretty heavy out there. Had a lot of rain in the evening, so it's going to be a pretty tough circuit for these guys to deal with today. As I said, all eyes are going to be on the battle for the championship. Valentin Guillot just 12 points clear of Jeremy Stewart, who's 36 clear of Damon Growlers. Growlers was fast yesterday. He fought his way through after a fall on the opening lap to get back up into the decent places, but talk about the qualifying race in a moment. Good atmosphere. We've already had a Dutch victory today. But will it be a Swiss victory or a Belgian victory in this European title final race decider? A lot on the line for Jeremy Stewart and Valentin Guillot. Nervous moments. There, the 141 look. Paul Jonas, the Will Van der Star and JM Racing KTM rider. Here's Amy.
Can I go? We're back down on the start line for the final European 250 round. Obviously, it's going to be a very exciting race today. There's only 12 points in it between Valentin Guillot and Jeremy Stewart, so who knows what's going to happen here. We're going to have a word with a couple of our riders just before they make their way up for their sighting lap. Let's first come to Mike Crass. Mike, we've got some very different conditions out on track today. Rain stopped starting. How do you think it's going to affect things?
I don't know. Yesterday was very dusty, so everybody said, yeah, the track can have a lot of rain, but it rained so much last night that the track was completely full with water this morning. So it's going to be all about start and just stay in front and hope to don't make a big crash.
Did you watch much of the first race, the European 125? Have you been able to pick up anything from what they're doing?
No, actually not, because I had to go back and change myself and get my things ready because I didn't expect the rain. So I didn't see much, but we just go for the whole shot and then we'll see.
Best of luck. And we're going to grab a word with Nick Cohenberg. Nick, obviously you had a fantastic start yesterday, a very convincing win in your semi-final heat race.
Yeah, I felt pretty good. I started on 3rd place and I could easily win the qualification heat. So yeah, I have lots of fun this year. It's all about fun. My team and my parents, they helped me a lot. So I'm pretty happy and hope we can do it again today.
And any plans for next year?
It's busy, so we will see what happens, and I hope I can stay with the good people around, and yeah, we stay positive.
Thanks very much. Right, that's all from us down here on the start line.
Good work, Dargan. Back to the action here then. European Championship 250 class final round. In the semi-finals yesterday, Valentin Guillot start to finish winner. And it was pretty static behind him, actually. Mike Crass, Brian Burgers, Jeremy Stewart, Thomas Olsen, Ben Watson, Benoit Paturel, and Jaap Corneth. The top 8 guys for the entire race. But as we said, Damon Growlers coming from outside of the top 15, worked his way up pretty rapidly, actually, for the first half of the race. Then took him a couple of laps to get by Borgi Zaragoza, and that got him into 9th. Zaragoza came home in 10th. And then in the B group, it was Nick Kuenberg started second after Paul Jonas grabbed the whole shot and led for the first 4 laps. But Kuenberg eventually pulled away to the tune of about 35 seconds. So Guillot, the winner of Heat 1, and Kuenberg, the winner of semi-final 2. That's how they line up. So, yeah, in the semi-final B group, Paul Jonas came home second in his first European 250 race of the year. René Albers, Netherlands, was third. Fourth was Adam Sterry on the STR KTM, the young Brit. And then Jesper Johnsen came home in fifth after starting again outside the top 15. But I guess the biggest news for the Dutch fans, Mieke Boy de Waal, who was in fourth for the first 2 laps, crashed out. And a little bit of discomfort. He went out in the warm-up this morning for a lap, so even though he came round and was classified as a 23rd place finisher, not sure we'll see him out in the race today, which will be a shame for him. But Sterry was 4th, Jesper Johnsen was 5th, Luca Nijenhuis of the Netherlands was 6th, Sven van Meerden was 7th, Dave Verschleesch was 8th, Karel Kutsar was 9th, and Peter Eert was 10th. Joel Milesevic on the Diga Racing KTM was 12th, Robin Bacon's Buick Kreckels. Remember, the first 14 guys went through, so that was, sorry, the first 18 guys go through, that's 36, and then 4 from the last chance. So Rogi Zaragoza just there. The number 99, say Guillot, the number 92, and Jeremy Sear, number 91. Swiss 1-2 at the moment in the championship. They are just 12 points apart coming into this final round. Who's the one that's going to deal with the pressure the best? Well, if Amy Dargan were here now, I'd ask her, but she's not. Instead, we're going to have to let this race play out. 25 minutes plus 2 is about to get underway. Dave Nicol, our race director, signals for the 15-second board to be hooked up into the air. Crowd on their feet. Let's say the rain stopped as well. There's Zaragoza next to the box, the number 99. And then all the way over on the right-hand side, are we going to see Valentin Guillot, gate 1, over there on the right. Kuenberg alongside him. Guillot doesn't have to win the race, but he gets a good jump. But it's Mike Krass and Mieke de Waal, is it? Oh, no. No, guys going down to the back. Zaragoza, one of the guys. And the 292 as well, I think, was in there, but that'll be John Koppen. But it's the number 18, René Albers, who leads. The 61 of Stefan Olsen is second. No, Thomas Olsen, sorry. Then third is 9 Vogels. Fifth is Valentin Guillot. And a couple of positions, maybe 4 or 5 positions behind him is Jeremy Sear. So at the moment, it's advantage Valentin Guillot. So René Albers, Brian Bogus now in second. Mike Krass, the yellow machine, in third at the end of the first straight. Jonas in fourth. Thomas Olsen is in fifth. That's him in the red and white and green. Then Valentin Guillot in sixth. Then just behind him, Andre Park in seventh. There's Valentin Guillot. Well, he would have looked up ahead of him and seen that his closest rival nowhere to be seen. The only flash of yellow is that of the 55 Mike Krass, who puts the squeeze on the number 9 Brian Bogus. And he's challenging for the lead here again. Oh, Albers goes down. He's up the side of the track. He loses the lead, and Mike Krass is leading here on the first lap. And he's getting into a right state, trying to get himself going again. The number 18, René Albers, eventually gets going though. Bogus, he goes to the inside of Krass, but then gets hung up on the exit. Side by side down the back straight, working their way out of the woods, and it's just Bogus who continues to lead them. Leaning on him in the final turn at the end of that straight. Mike Krass, these two are pushing a good pace on this opening lap. They'll settle down in a minute, but Krass leading the way. Bogus second. Paul Jonas, wow, what a great seat he's got. Hasn't even paid a ticket to get in. Goes to the inside, Jonas. He wants to make an impression, doesn't he? Here's Bogus on the left side. Oh, gets a little bit of a pitch going through the rhythm section. He's got the inside line at the end of the straight, though. But Mike Krass very cleverly just closes the door. So over the line then, it is the 55 and Mike Kraas of the Netherlands, followed by his compatriot, number 9, Brian Bogus. Paul Jonas of Latvia is 3rd. Valentin Guillot of Switzerland is up to 4th. Kuenberg, the Dutch rider, is 5th. Remember, Rennie Albers led on the opening lap. See where he comes around. But Thomas Olsen is 6th, David Schley 7th, Growlers 8th, Albers 9th. So not a bad recovery from him. Jeremy Seewer down in 10th. So the chance of the overall championship starting to disappear for him as Jonas makes a mistake in the background. Keeps it upright though. Wonder how much he held back yesterday. Paul Jonas as we watch the start. Right, middle of the grid. Zaragoza didn't get a good jump. He was immediately squeezed going in. And the crash already happening in the background there. But Mike Kraas hanging off the back of that Suzuki down the inside of Thomas Olsen. 77. That'll be Arminius Jasikonis on the Route 77 Energy Honda. I think it was the 94 Robin Bakens just tangling with him there as well. So back with the leaders then. As they came round on the opening lap, Mike Kraas, Brian Bogus, still unchanged at the moment. Paul Jonas just behind them in 3rd place, the 141. These are your first 3 guys leading the race. Valentin Guillot, the 92 is 4th. Kuenberg, Olsen, Beschleich, Graulich, Albers and Seewer. Andre Park 11th, Jaap Corneth is 12th. Adam Sterry 13th, STR KTM. Roel van Oort is 14th. Peter Eert, Simone Fillotti, Luca Ninehouse, Dieke Damians. Then we've got the 194 of Sven van Meerden, or van der Meerden, and Jesper Jonsson. Jonas from one side of the track to the other and carves his way up the inside and makes a mistake. Thought he found a way past Bogus. Bogus knows he's there now. Going to put the squeeze on him at the end of the straight. But Jonas goes to the inside. Looking good for a win here. Jonas. Ooh, there was a stationary yellow. Oh, and he makes a mistake. Has he gone down? He was a bit short on the landing there. Waiting for him to pop into view. And I think Jonas went down. No, he's there. He's still hanging on in there. But that's cost him just a little bit of time. Luca Moroni just looking further down the field. Mika Dewal is 27th. Jorge Zaragoza 32nd. Ben Watson 35th. Benoit Patreau down in 39th. But here is your potential 250 European champion, Valentin Guillot, on the Guillot Motorsports KTM here in the distinctive red, white, orange colours. Had a great season in 2013 up until this point, so he's riding on a lot of confidence. He's got the 125 European champion just ahead of him. Paul Jonas, remember, he's promoted himself up to the European. He's making a couple of mistakes, actually, Jonas. Made that one mistake just at the end of the previous lap, where he got short on the landing, looking like he's maybe just trying a bit too hard to rectify it, rather than do it slowly, slowly, slowly. But Kraas, the leader, out of the way there on the Burstfoon Suzuki. HSF Logistics KTM of the number 9. Brian Bogus, oh sorry, the Stabilo Pro Grip team for Bogus. Guillot up the inside of Jonas, who takes a look over, probably realises he is the championship leader, doesn't need to race Guillot. And he makes a mistake again, so Guillot easily through into 3rd then. That'll give him a lot of confidence as well, just knowing that he's overtaken the 125 European champ. Oh, Zaragoza underneath his bike, going from bad to worse for the young Spaniard. Did he come over the line? Wow, difficult to say from here, but here's the battle for 2nd position. Oh, it's Jeremy Seewer. So it's Seewer then, not Zaragoza. So that could be the championship done and dusted for Jeremy Seewer. He came over the line in 9th. Rider still down through the wave section. The bike just parked on the side of the track there, but I wonder if we have the a replay of Jeremy Seewer going down, but at the inside, Bogus trying to stay defensive, and Valentin Guillot comes around the outside and carves his way into second place. So lap 2, end of lap 2, Valentin Guillot going through. Brian Bogus now in third, coming under attack from Pauls Jonas. The only time he's not been on the podium this year, Pauls Jonas, was in the Czech Republic. But he will be looking to get on the podium this weekend, his first European ride. Right, is this Jeremy Stewart? Right, it's just pinned under the bike. A lot of heat there, a lot of metal. Remember, the marshals can help to a certain extent, but peak buried and broken, and might have to wait another year because we wait for him to come through. So if he, even if he finishes the race, he's going to have to. There's Growlers going out. So Growlers on the standing construct. KTM, so he's over the line in 5th. And that is, oh, where's he going? Whereabouts did he crash then? And it must have been over the waves, but just trying to think how he would have got that far off track for him to take such an excursion like that. Anyway, Mike Crass, Valentin Guillot, Brian Bogus, Jonas, Growlers there, the 171 now not in 5th place because the 494 of Dave Verschlees just behind him. So he's only lost a position to Nick Kurenberg. Damon Growlers. Valentin Guillot looking very much a European 250 champion, even with 16 minutes plus 2 to go. Growlers was fast yesterday, one of the hard chargers, but didn't make a good start, fell as well, and was just having to work his way through. Taking things just a little bit more easily in this race after that crash. Didn't see it, of course, but... Ooh, Valentin Guillot making a mistake coming out of that penultimate corner. He's got Pauls Jonas all over the back of him. Are we surprised to see Jonas there in 3rd place? Probably not. So the gap between Crass and Guillot, 4.9 seconds as the 464 goes down. Mike de Beest. Circuit catching out more than its fair share of riders. You know it's tough when the guys from the Netherlands and Belgium start going out all over the place. There's Bogus, number 9, he's in 4th. On the Stabilo Pro Grip KTM. This is where, ooh, was that a rear wheel flying out of the way there for Jonas. He managed to keep it up, just saw this back end just swinging round at the end of that wave section. So pretty static at the moment. Guillot, though, was a bit quicker, maybe 7 tenths quicker than Mike Crass last time around. So we could still yet win the race. Take the European title with a race win. Hasn't been off the podium yet either, has he? Valentin Guillot, he won the first 3 rounds, Portugal, France and Sweden. He was 2nd in Latvia and Finland, a win in the Czech Republic, 3rd last time out in Great Britain at Matterley Basin. There's Jeremy Stewart, he's back on track, but where is he in the race? Outside the top 20. Down in 34th place, that's a shame, because he's also been very consistent this year. 3rd, 2nd, 3rd, a win. Just one race off the podium in Finland where he was 4th, but then the last 2 rounds, Czech Republic, he was 2nd, and a win in Great Britain at Matterley Basin. So just one of those days. Still not done yet, though. Could get himself back into the points. Going to be a tall order. Need to get himself... Oh, he's down again! Big crash for Jeremy Stewart. Through the rhythm section just before the final turn. He was short on the takeoff. It pitched him. He landed front end first. He picks himself up. He just needs to regroup. There's Mike Crass behind him. So in a moment, in about 5 seconds' time... Oh, and he's down again. And Valentin Guillot, well, he'll see him just there and he'll think, OK, now I can relax. And he's almost off the side of the bike over the finish line, Jim. It really is starting to go from bad to worse for the Rockstar Energy Suzuki rider, number 91 there. Watch this. Just got pitched. Was offline, landed wrong, and went down hard again. The championship surely over now for Jeremy Sewer. Here's the battle for the lead, though. In the race, 55, Mike Crass, less than 2 seconds behind him, Valentin Guillot. Well, Jeremy Sewer, you'd forgive him for pulling in and parking the bike in the garage on his next lap, knowing that it's all but done and dusted, but like I say, he's got to get to probably 8. To pick up 13 points if Guillot were to go out with a DNF. But Valentin Guillot this year only seems to know one way since he's hooked up with his trainer, Yves de Maurier. Just to let you know, there's Devin Growless as well. What's wrong with Growless? Well, we've got a change lead change. So while we went back down to the work area to see Growlers coming in, Valentin Guillot slots into the lead, past the 55 of Mike Crass, and he's leading the final race of the year. Mike Crass just legging his way through one of those deep left-hand turns out on the backside of the circuit. At the end of here, they'll turn left and work their way back into the main arena. It looks like maybe a front wheel jam for him. For Growless. Just to let you know, on our MX Live studio show at 2:15 today, it's our Champions Edition. So we've got the 125 European champion, Paul Jonas. We'll have the European 250 champion, which at the moment looks to be Valentin Guillot. We'll have Jeffrey Hurlings, the MX2 world champion. And we're going to have one of the riders of the defending Motocross of Nations team that will be at Teushenthal at the end of September, of course, Max Nagel. Not riding here this weekend. Tony Cairoli just focusing on this weekend, riding a 450 in MX1 for this final Grand Prix later on today. Not had the best 3 Grand Prix as well recently, Czech Republic, Belgium, and Matterley Basin. Even though he was crowned world champion last time out, he wanted to win all 3 Grand Prix on the bounce, and that's not happened for him. So just wanting to focus his attentions this weekend on getting a result here. Otherwise, we would have had him on board. But this is Guillot. Nicely done. Got good drive. See how soft it was, just on the face of the jump as well. 32 coming in. Buick Breckles. JK SKS Kevin. Yamaha rider. Been down, looking to wipe his hands. Nothing worse than wet sand. On the grips, on your gloves, never seems to disappear. Oh. Got an incident around the corner there. Somebody needing medical assistance, just out of shot. But Valentin Guillot, 9 minutes plus 2 to go. Looking very assured. Not rushed, not hurried. Even there, look, made a mistake. The foot came off. He kept his poise and his balance. Didn't panic. Just backed off slightly. Been doing his homework. We'll ask him about that on the live show in a bit. Don't forget, you can get your questions in via Twitter. MXGP Live. Don't forget, Paul Jonas. Hopefully this guy here, Valentin Guillot, if he comes home as a champion. Otherwise, it'll be Jeremy Sewer. Jeffrey Hurlings. What can't you ask that guy? And Max Nagel. Here's Paul Jonas, so 141, he'll be on the show. He's in 3rd at the moment. There's Clement de Sal nearest the camera. Not having a good weekend at the moment, the Belgian. Seems a little bit stressed. 292. Obviously had a crash just a moment ago. John Coupon. to see you smiling now, though. So Guia, 5.4 seconds clear of Mike Kress. This is our race leader there. Look at that. Didn't panic. Knew he was making a mistake. Just hit the brake. Waited for it to pull itself back in line. And just there, nicely up on the pegs. Not letting the suspension sit too far down by getting on the gas and sitting down through the stroke as well. Kress there second. Here's Jonas in third, the Will Werner Star and JM Racing KTM rider. Already crowned 125 European champion 2 weeks ago at Matterley Basin. Deciding to ride here with these guys. I won't call them the big boys, but slightly bigger boys than what he's been racing with all year. Had a good season. Has Jonas. Oh, slight mistake. Done the double. FIM Junior World Champion and 125 European Champion in the same year. To give you a rundown with 6.5 minutes to go. Here's our race leader. Yves de Maurier on the right-hand side, just looking on. Former world champion, of course. Valentin Guillot, Mike Kress, Paul Jonas, they're the first three. Brian Bogus fourth, Nick Huenberg is fifth, Dave Verschlees, Mika de Waal seventh, Rennie Albers eighth. The 124 of Roel van Oor is in sixth place. Sorry, in ninth place. Luca Ninehouse is 10th. Peter Eert. The 194 of Sven van der Meerden is in 11th. As Guillot comes raw. Blindsided completely. Could have ended in tears, that one. The 138, the back marker, Carl Timmerman, was down on the other side of the jump. The yellow flags were waving, but you need to keep the momentum going. And he wasn't being told which way to go, left or right. Valentin Guillot might have just seen him as he popped up over the hill. But he was able to avoid him. 99. Zaragoza, waiting for him to come through. Having a slightly better race than his teammate. He's in 25th position at the moment. Watch this. Look how close that is. Very, very lucky. Valentin Guillot. So less than 5 minutes to go for the Swiss rider, Valentin Guillot. Arrived here as a championship leader. I guess no one expected him to be leading the race here. It just shows you how Yves de Maurier has helped him prepare for all conditions that he might face along the way. They would have looked at the schedule at the start of the year and said, right, we're starting on the hard pack in Italy at Arco di Trento. It's loose and rocky and stony and hard. Let's get you prepared for that. Then, of course, we go to Agada, but we know where we can go and prepare for that. But if it comes down to the wire and the title is in the balance come Lierop, you need to do your homework in the sand as well. No one likes riding in the sand except the homegrowns, of course, but you need to do the work. Valentin Guillot is certainly doing that. There's his fellow countryman, 91, Jeremy Searle, Rockstar Energy Suzuki, just trying a little bit too hard, just not gone his way. Wondering whether the rear suspension just set just a little bit too quick on the rebound as well. Just seems to be getting pitched around all over the place. But as well, if you're not confident in the sand, and your technique not quite down, again, just chasing himself there. Very difficult for him, these conditions, it would appear. But he's put up a good fight all year long. As Jeremy Searle. But come crunch time, just not able to pull it off. Just behind him is Nick Huenberg, the tall Dutch rider, the 824. He's in 5th place. See where they're on the yellow Suzuki, a lap down. Zaragoza just ahead of him, look, the other side of the jump. So Zaragoza looking ready to retire here at the end of this lap, possibly, unless he had another mistake. But the two Rockstar boys, side by side, not where they want to be. Kuenberg almost out of the seat in 5th place, the 8:24 here in the red. He's in 5th position. Zaragoza, he's a lap down, 99. Not the nicest conditions to ride in today. Oh, look at that. Valentin Guillot just going a bit too deep. Benoit Paturel's being lapped as well. So Crash, Jonas, Bogas all over the line. About 4.7 seconds between 92. There, Valentin Guillot, the rider in on the, well, just there now in the red. Working ever so hard to keep it in line. Just too deep here, look at that. Whoa. Can use all of his upper body strength. Back with our leader. He already knows that Jeremy Seewe is down and out of this race, even though he's still circulating. I'm sure he would have had the board signals, but he came round and saw that he lapped him as well, so he knows he's in a good place at the moment. Valentin Guillot. Here's your 2nd place rider, Mike Crash, 55 on the Verswing Suzuki. Growlers there, 171. He's a lap down, the 171. That's Growlers. Paul Jonas about 10 seconds further back, coming through any moment now. Just there in the background, so just behind this guy here, 142, Benoit Paturel. Here's the 141 of Paul Jonas. He'll be interviewed now, just here. So there's your 3rd place rider, just at the back of the shot, coming under the Monster Energy Bridge. Paul Jonas, the Wilvo Nastan JM Racing KTM, having a good ride. He was 2nd in the qualifying race yesterday. And he's, well, we're not surprised he can ride the sand. The circuit at Kegums in Latvia. Obviously sandy, not as sandy as this though, but when you ride for someone like Jackie Martins' team, you know they're going to want you riding in these conditions on a regular basis. Get the bike set up, get the most power out of those machines. And he's doing a good job here. He's settled down. He's let the more experienced guys in this class, Valentin Guillot and Mike Crash, just disappear. He's settled down. And I'm sure if you'd have asked him at the start of the day if you were to get on the podium. Ooh, look at this. Battle for the lead. Valentin Guillot, Mike Crash. So Guillot starting to get back onto the rear wheel. He knows he can chase a victory. He's already won a round, Mike Crash, in Finland. He's out of the championship at the moment. No, he's 6th. Didn't go to the first 2, didn't score in Sweden. He was 7th in Latvia. But look at that. Valentin Guillot just suddenly turned it up, realised that Crash was close. And he's just opened up that whole straight as an advantage once again. So it's going to be 2 laps to go when he comes around next time. So about 2.5 laps from home. Mike Crash starting to push. Guillot. Can he just keep his focus? If Crash starts to push him, will he get involved or will he decide, you know what, you can have it, because I'm having the title. Not trying to rev or over-rev the engine. Oh, a bit of a moment. Heart would have been in the mouth. At least he knows it's not Valentin, Jeremy Seewe behind him. Yeah, it was half a second between Guillot and Crash as they came over the line last time, or 4/10. And you can already see how Valentin Guillot has opened up that advantage just in the space of a lap. Got back on the pace, realised there was a threat coming from behind. But here's Crash, goggles are off, so any chance now, I think, of him finding a way onto the rear wheel and past the leader, who's just gone out of shot, Valentin Guia, looking like they've gone. So 2-lap board goes out now. Valentin Guia on the Guia Motorsports KTM disappearing. He's got the whole of this next straight clear, and that amounts to about 7.5 seconds. Crest will be happy to be on the podium, though, in front of the home fans. Obviously, would have loved to have won it, but not going to be the case. Barring a mistake now from Valentin Guia. Bogus is third. Jonas is now fourth, so Bogus goes third. So we've got a Swiss and two Dutch riders. So I wonder if Jonas, well, a 2:38 lap time compared to the 2:36 of Bogus, 2:35 of Crest, 2:28 of Guia. Maybe just starting to get tired. Might try and respond if he can. Already about a second down, though. Here's Guia. Sun bursting out from under the trees. Still a lot of water on the circuit from the overnight rain that we had and first thing this morning. But Valentin Guia has barely put a foot wrong. There's been the occasional mishap, which is understandable in these conditions. Ah, somebody's gone bang. So the Suzuki of Jesper Jonsson, the 147. Not in the points. Growlers, 19th, not exactly where he needed to be. So it's Valentin Guia there, number 92, over the Monster Energy jump now. Our race leader comes round with about, well, just over a lap to go. Krask still second, Bogus third, Jonas fourth, Kurenberg fifth. De Waal is sixth, Dave Schleich seventh, René Alberts eighth, Luca Ninehouse ninth, Joel van Oort is 10th. Then we've got Sven van der Meerden in 11th place. Peter Eert is 12th, Dick Damians, Andre Park, Adam Sterry 15th on the STR KTM. Yep, Corner, Thomas Olsen, Robin Bacon, Damon Growler, Stefan Eckerol, your top 20. Is this the toughest race of the year so far for Valentin Guia? Physically and mentally? Well, the way he's riding at the moment, you wouldn't say so, would you? He's on his way then. The final lap for Valentin Guia. Krass now 13 seconds down on him. Waiting for Bogus to come over the line. Is it going to be him or is it going to be, well, Jonsson comes over the line now. That bike not smoking anymore. Ooh, I think. No, Bogus did go through. So Jonas still in fourth. As we pick up our race leader under the trees for the final time. Dealing with the back markers. Adam Sterry, number 811. Just starting to push on, just trying to get through the back markers. There's the fan club. Valentin Guia. Getting ready to crown him European champion, which I'm guessing he will be now, even if he doesn't finish the moto. Back end just getting a little bit loose. And I only say that because his closest rival, Jeremy Seewer, is in 23rd position. He's not going to pick up any points, barring a miracle now in this final lap. But even then, it's only going to be 1 point, and he's already lapped. Been lapped by Valentin Guia. He was nervous in the qualifying race, or before the qualifying race of the opening round in Portugal. But since he's held that red plate, he's believed in himself. He's gone from strength to strength, Valentin Guia. And he's looking at picking up his first major title at senior level. No need to jump anything here. Keep it nice and simple. And Valentin Guillot rounds the final turn. The flag awaits. Guillot is your European 250 champion 2013. And he does it in style by winning the final race of the season to add to the victories in Portugal, in France, in Sweden, and lock it in the Czech Republic.
Ja, komt binnen als tweede. Dus 1 Valentin Guillot op de tweede plaats op 15 seconden.
And he is the happiest man around right now. The only title yet to be decided. And we'll, of course, grab a word with him in just a moment. But Valentin Guillot, European 250 champion. That's his old mechanic there, just tying the flag around his neck. He was working with Jonathan Barragan at STR before he decided to walk away from the job early on in the season just for personal reasons, but good to see he's back here supporting his good friend Valentin Guillot. So Guillot, Kress, Bogers, they top 3. Jonas just comes over the line in 4th. Nick Kuenberg, there he is, coming over the line in 5th place. De Waal was 6th. 7th, Ninehouse. And the celebrations have already started. He knows he's got duties to do. Get back to the podium area. And we'll grab a word with him as soon as he turns right into the holding zone there and just right behind the sky zone. Ooh, sun's out. Look at that big burst of sunshine. But the race, only Rennie Albers is coming over the line in 6th place. Gives you some idea. 1 minute 57 down on Mika de Waal, on Valentin Guillot. But that was the moment Valentin Guillot crossed the line to be crowned European champion 2013. So far today, then, it's been a memorable European round. 125's been won by Freddie van der Vlis. First-time podiums for David Puchis and Cyril Grenot. Valentin Guillot winning here in convincing fashion to take his 250 European Championship crown ahead of Kress, Bogers, Jonas, Nick Kuenberg, Rennie Albers, Mika de Waal, Luca Ninehouse, and Roel van Oort. Sven van den Meerden was 11th. Peter Eert finishing 11th. Everybody else being lapped. So 12th place down. Dietke Damians, Adam Sterry 13th. Jaap Corneth, Andre Park, David Schleich, Thomas Olsen, Damon Growlers, Benoit Patrol, and Stefan Eckerold, your top 20. No points at the final round for the 91 of Jeremy Seewer. He'll be disappointed with that. He was just 12 points down in a fight for the title chase. So Guillot, Seewer, and Growlers, they top 3 in the championship. Bogers, Mike Kress, Krumov, Mika de Waal, and Thomas Olsen. Brent van Danek not here, and Benoit Patrel and the rest of the guys. Podium time then for the 250 European Championship round here. The round of the Benelux at Lierop. Third overall, the Stabilo Pro Grip KTM rider, Brian Burgers. Second overall, Burst-Fun Suzuki, Mike Crass. But the winner and new European champion for 2013, Valentin Gouillot. And Yves Demarié there on the right-hand side, just next to the Monster banner. Brian Burgers takes his third-place trophy from Zoe van der Burgard, living for the weekend. That's a video, or a film that's coming out soon. Martin de Graaf hands a second-place trophy. Valentin Gouillot picks up his winner's trophy from Jan de Goes, the president of the KNMV, the Motorcycle Federation here in the Netherlands. Yves Demarié gets a winner's trophy as well from Randy Ruiz of Panelin, one of our sponsors this weekend. But the gold plate now, Eddie Herr, the president of FIM Europe MX Commission, goes to Valentin Gouillot. It's not red any longer. It's gold. He is now officially champion. Look at that. Suddenly a sigh of relief. Now it becomes a reality for him. National anthem time for Switzerland and Valentin Gouillot. Not sure if the national anthem actually sounded there or not, but maybe he could hear it down there. But anyway, he is European champion, Valentin Gouillot, in the 250 category. He wins the race here as well, the final round of the season. Mike Crass, second overall in the race. Thanks, Valentin, VG92. Maybe we have the medal ceremony now, which would be Jeremy Seewer and Damon Growless. Yeah. So a Swiss 1-2. He'll be very, very disappointed on the left in the yellow, Jeremy Seewer. Here's how it went down in the final race of the year in 250s. We're up the inside, but it was Crass and Rennie Albers, number 18. But Albers crashed on the opening lap and would eventually come down in, from home in 6th place, 7th place. But the battle up front for the championship ended when Jeremy Seewer crashed out for the second time in the race. And his fellow countryman, Valentin Gouillot, found a way past Mike Crass to go on and lead and then eventually win the race to be crowned European champion. Damon Growless, very studious-looking fellow there on third. So Martin de Graaf, Vice President of FIM Europe, handing Growless his bronze medal for third overall in this year's European 250 Championship. Jeremy Seewer looks a little bemused as to why he'd want to be giving him any medal at all today, but second overall in the championship for the Rockstar Energy Suzuki Europe rider. Valentin Gouillot, though, the Gouillot Motorsports KTM rider, takes the gold medal. He's your European 250 champion, and they are your first three from 2013. Valentin Gouillot, Jeremy Seewer, and Damon Growless on the right. So the 125 and 250 podium ceremonies then. Third overall in the 125 European Championship, Calvin Belandren. On the right, on the Bodo Schmidt Motorsport KTM. Second, MJC Yamaha's Nicolas Dacour. France, and somebody just letting out a bit of wind there, just off camera. And obviously, Paul Jonas, already crowned 125 European champion 2 weeks ago at Matterley Basin. The penultimate round is officially awarded his gold medal for his hard-earned efforts throughout the course of the year. Obviously, he rode the 250 class this weekend, just missed out on the podium, got fourth, but hey, he's 125 European champion. He'll be more than happy with that. 125 and 250 European champions together. Guia, of course, on the left for 250. Being congratulated by the Youthstream president, Giuseppe Luongo. And likewise, Paul Jonas, Dr. Wolfgang Schrub, director of the FIM Motocross Commission, Eddie Hurd, FIM Europe. As well on the right, Vice President, Mr. de Graaf there. One for the family album. All smiles, please. Just a little bit closer for those who don't have the zoom lens. Might only be 7 or 8 rounds for these guys, but it's still a long campaign. They ride the same tracks. They still go through the same stresses. It's only one moto, but even still, they're riding and training just like everybody else, riding national championships throughout the season. And at the end of the day, at the end of it all, they all want to be crowned a champion. Some just want to finish, but for those two guys, job well done, Valentin Guyot and Paul Jonas. In a moment, we will grab a word. I see Amy up there on the box, getting ready to speak to Paul Jonas and Valentin Guyot.
So we're here on the podium with both of our European champions. Paul Jonas, we're going to come to you first. So you've just done an absolutely outstanding performance in your first European 250 race. Has the championship title sunk in yet?
Yeah, today was a really tough race. Track is gnarly. Today was raining so much and it's muddy. But yeah, race was pretty good. And last, I think all the time I was third, but last 3 laps that guy passed me. And I was fourth, and not so bad for the first race.
And absolutely not. And I guess after this race now, it's time for a bit of a party to celebrate the title, right?
Then we will see, maybe.
We're going to come now to Valentin Guyot. Valentin, many congratulations. You are our 2013 European 250 champion. At the start of this weekend, I remember you telling me, Amy, I haven't ridden on sand for over a year. How were you feeling at the start, maybe on Saturday?
Yeah, I didn't ride many on the sand because I'm all time in the south of France, and I ride just on hard pack, but I train very hard, and when the mental and the physically easier, it's easy to ride in sand. And yeah, I really want to thank everybody, really KTM Switzerland, because they give me the opportunity to ride here in l'Europe, because now we have in the same moment the Swiss championship, so I lose the first position, but I'm very happy about that, and I really want to thank everybody who support me, all my sponsors, my family, everybody is very, very happy about that.
Valentin, when you saw Jeremy go down, what were you thinking in your head? Were you like, I've got this in the bag?
I didn't saw he crashed. I was just on my race, and my goal it was to win. I want to pass Mike, and I give everything to pass him. And when it was the last lap, the last corner, I said, damn, now I'm champion and I win in Europe, so very, very nice.
Many congratulations to you both, European 125 champion and European 250 champion.
So, Valentin Guyot and Paul Jonas crowned 125 and 250 European champions. Valentin Guyot having to wait for the final round. He arrived here as a 12-point, with a 12-point advantage over Jeremy Seewer, but That's a good shot, isn't it? The new 250 European champion, and just behind him, 125 European champion, stepping up to the plate this weekend. But for Valentin Guia, winning it just like Horst Jonas did 2 weeks ago at Matchley Basin with a victory here at the final race. And I guess you could say on that record, Valentin Guia, a thoroughly deserving winner of the European Championship. A winner in Portugal, in France, in Sweden, the Czech Republic, and now here in the Netherlands. The European 250 title is going home to Switzerland. Right, we'll be back in a couple of minutes for MX2 Race 1 on MX Live. Don't go away.
Vandaag hier in de MX2-klasse voor het wereldkampioenschap, de allerlaatste wedstrijd van het seizoen 2013. Leon, draag ons bij voor de dag van gisteren.
De dag van gisteren was het inderdaad de minste die van de voor je. Maar dat ging niet zonder slag of stoot. Want we weten, dat is een kroonprins in Nederland. Nee, ik heb het niet over de fabriek van Oranje. Ik heb het over de kroonprins Motocross. Koninklijke Huis, die gaan we hier vandaag niet zien. Ik heb wel eens beelden gezien van een wedstrijd in Markelo, waar prins Bernhard wel eens afwezig was, maar dat is 10 jaar geleden. Nee, de kroonprins in het Nederlandse motocross, het is niet anders. Dat is de man uit het standing constructief. Die hebben het team met name Glenn Koldenhoff. We zagen hem vorige week in Matchley Basin. 2 weken geleden in Matchley Basin zagen we hem zijn eerste Grand Prix winnen. En je weet het, wie proeft van de overwinning, die smaakt naar meer. Dat is een goed gevoel, schijnt mij. Dat maakt, er is een wetenschappelijke benaming voor, dat maakt endorfines los in het lichaam. Het is hetzelfde wat duuratleten beleven bij het langlopen. Kom, ik wou je dat besparen. Hij wil. En gaat nu op zoek achter een tweede zege. Herlings gisteren, ja, niet overal zijn krachten beschikken, leek aangeschoten te willen. Ze deden alle moeite van de wereld om hem bij te benen, maar Koldenhoff strandde op 4 seconden. Jordi Tixier strandde op 11 seconden en Dylan Ferrand